Everyone, welcome back. It's me, Lauren Cadillac, coming back with some more information to share with you. Before we get started, and as always, nothing I say in this video creates an attorney-client relationship, and none of this is legal advice. I'm just sharing with you things I've learned over the years. When I was 19, scratch that. Let's go back to 18. I got a job working for a real estate agent, and I was kind of her errand girl. And I found that her career was quite fun and interesting. And so I went home and I was married, or not quite married yet, but I was with my ex-husband, and I convinced him that we should go to real estate school and get our real estate licenses. So at 19, I became a licensed real estate sales agent in the state of Arizona. I really honed some serious skills at that time, and I do not regret learning any of that information, not for 1 minute. It has helped me so much in my career, as I speculated that it would. Needless to say, I have lots of experience with lots of real estate transactions, and so we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts. So first, definitely do hire a realtor. Okay. Realtors are free for buyers. For sellers, you can negotiate. It's usually about 6%, but it's totally worth it because when shit hits the fan, you would rather they get sued than you.
Nice.
It really boils down to that. They have E&O insurance, let them get sued. Okay. So the first do, hire a realtor. Second do is make sure you're familiar and you familiarize yourself with the market. If you can, if you know you're going to be going somewhere and buying, start looking months ahead of time. Use apps and start just really looking at pricing and that kind of thing, what you get. Also recognize that the photographers of these houses are awesome. They are so good at taking photos. So a lot of the time when you see things, it's not actually as nice in real life. Sometimes it's nicer in real life, but more often than not, the pictures really are so good that you think the property's gorgeous and it's not. So make sure you keep that in mind, okay? Just like social media, not everything is real. Even though I want you to hire a realtor, one of my don'ts is don't take everything the realtor says at face value. Unfortunately, my experience with Texas realtors is that they are not necessarily as professional as I found Arizona realtors to be. And a lot of them are just in it for the commission and not necessarily because they enjoy working a transaction or anything like that. So if they tell you something, make sure you verify it, okay? With your own eyes. From the show me state, tell them I'm from Missouri. I need to see, you need to show me. I want receipts. And make sure you collect those receipts, okay? So do hire a realtor, but don't take everything they say at face value. Other do's and don'ts, one big do is make sure you find a lender before you go shopping. Make sure you know how much you're going to qualify for before you start to actually look at property. And a big don't is don't do anything with your credit while you're in the middle of the real estate transaction. Back in the day when I sold real estate, one of my clients, we were in our 30-day escrow period, and he went and bought furniture for the house on credit. And so his credit score changed down before the closing, and the closing never occurred. Do not mess with your credit until after you are closed and you know you are closed and you have seen the closing documents and it is funded and you know it is closed, okay? Keep that credit where it is when you get approved. There are so many other do's and don'ts, but I feel the majority of them can be resolved by having professionals in your life to help you with the transaction. Now, I'll say in Texas, you are not required to hire a real estate attorney, though I know in states like Illinois, you are. So it is neither a do nor a don't, but I definitely advise you, if you are in a real estate transaction and you have any questions at all, call an attorney and let them answer those questions for you. While I do want you to hire a realtor, I don't want you to ask them for legal advice, okay? So call us if you need us. It's 972-845-1200. I'm in Texas. I'm happy to read your Texas contract. It is very easy. We don't even need a consultation, okay? Do hire a lawyer if you need one. And in fact, do hire any expert you need. I recently moved and I had to try to build some furniture and I didn't do a very good job at it. So what I ended up doing is finding people who were good at it and having them help me. it is worth it to hire an expert, okay? Because I redid that dresser and the dresser actually fell on me. Prevent things from falling on you. Just go hire the professional from the beginning. Okay, guys? Don't do what I did. And I know we all do this, and I tell people not to do this all the time, but here I did it myself. And learning those lessons is difficult, and you don't want it during your real estate transaction. So if you need an expert of some sort, make sure you get an inspection. Make sure you know that the inspections are never full and complete, and inspectors are never going to be held liable for issues that are found. And do understand that home ownership and building ownership and real estate ownership is a job, okay? If you are going to be buying a property and living in it, you're no longer have a landlord to call to fix your problems. You are the landlord. You fix the problems. So do be prepared to have a lot of problems. And also know that they are your problems and there's no one I can sue for it. Well, that's my list of do's and don'ts. Thank you for joining me today. And as always, if you need us, it's 972-845-1200.